Hello students, I hope you all are fit and fine. So today we are going to learn one of the best and interesting lesson from 10th standard English course book, unit number 1.2, An Encounter of a Special Kind by Tapan Mukherjee. So friends, first of all, we will see the meaning of the word encounter. Encounter means unusual experience or unexpectedly be faced with that. Means unexpected meeting. In Marathi we called समोरासमोरील भेट किंवा चकमक, पण कशी अ स्पेशल काइंड, अविस्मरणीय किंवा अनोखी समोरासमोरची भेट किंवा चकमक. Now we will see the background of this story, an encounter of a special kind. This is a story about a teenager boy who rescued, who nursed, means देखभाल करने, काळजी करणे, who nursed and saved a baby langur which was attacked by a dominant male langur which intended to kill it. म्हणजे एका छोट्या बेबी लंगूरला डॉमिनंट मेल लंगूर म्हणजे प्रक्षोभ झालेला किंवा शक्तिशाली प्रबळ अशा मेल लंगूरने अटॅक केला होता आणि तो ठार मारण्याच्या उद्देशाने, इंटेंडेड टू किल इट, ठार मारण्याच्या उद्देशाने त्याच्यावर हल्ला केला असताना हा लेखक जेव्हा टीनेजमध्ये होता, टीनेजर होता, किशोरवयीन असताना त्याने त्या बेबी लंगूरची कशा प्रकारे सुटका केली, त्याची देखभाल कशी केली, रेस्क्यूड, सुटका कशी केली, अँड सेव्ड अ बेबी लंगूर, ते ह्या पाठामध्ये तपन मुखर्जी यांनी सुंदर प्रकारे मांडलेलं आहे. द स्टोरी डिपिक्ट्स द पॉइंट ऑफ ट्रस्ट और कंपॅशन, सिम्पॅथी अँड म्युच्युअल अंडरस्टँडिंग बिटवीन द मॅन अँड ॲनिमल, मनुष्य आणि प्राणी यांच्यामधील विश्वास, करुणा आणि परस्पर समन्वय या गोष्टीमध्ये तपन मुखर्जी यांनी अतिशय सुंदर प्रकारे सांगितलं आहे. नाउ आय एम गोइंग टू रीड द फर्स्ट पॅराग्राफ ऑफ द लेसन. प्लीज ओपन युअर बुक, पेज नंबर 8, An Encounter of a Special Kind. Please open your book. I am going to read the first paragraph. My father was a medical professional working for a private company in Raniganj in West Bengal. The officers of the company were housed in individual bungalows inside a large campus. Our house was in a corner of the campus. The officers' club was adjacent to the boundary wall of our garden. The compound was luxurious with green grass, colorful flowers, and a host of tall and majestic trees. The seasonal vegetables in the kitchen garden of the household and the magnificent trees constantly attracted squirrels and many species of birds. A group of langurs had even made their den in an aswatha tree nearby. They had all become a part and parcel of our existence and daily life. Now, let's see. The writer says, my father was a medical professional. What is mean by professional? Look here, I am a teacher by profession. My neighbor is an engineer by profession. Means profession means an occupation. व्यवसाय. We called it व्यवसाय in Marathi. The narrator's father was working in a medical field for a private company. Look here, some companies are private companies. Some companies are government companies. Private company means owned by an individuals. And government companies means owned by government. A writer's father was working in a private company. Where? In West Bengal. Where is West Bengal? You can see in this image. Look here. West Bengal is at the east side of India. भारताच्या पूर्वेकडे असणारं हे राज्य. And in West Bengal, he is working in Raniganj. The officers of the company were household in individual bungalows. Individual means separate bungalow inside a large campus. What is meant by campus? Campus means building and its surrounding area is known as campus. Writer says, our house was in a corner of a campus. A writer's house was in a corner. The officer's club was adjacent to the boundary wall of our garden. The writer says, this boundary line means dividing line that marks the limit of an area. Look here, the officer's club was adjacent to the boundary wall. Adjacent means close to or very near to the boundary wall. The compound was so luxurious with green grass, colorful flowers, and a host of tall and majestic trees. The compound was luxurious. Luxurious means extremely comfortable. What was the comfortable things there? Green grass, colorful flowers, and a host of tall majestic trees. A host means a large number of, and large number of majestic trees. Majestic means very massive, bhavya, very impressive. Look here, the luxurious campus in the picture. Then we will see the majestic and massive tree. Massive means very impressive, grand, of a great size. Then writer says, the seasonal vegetables in the kitchen gardens of the household and the magnificent trees constantly attracted squirrels. Magnificent trees constantly attracted the squirrels and many species of bird. Magnificent means also same word for majestic. These are the similar words. Look here, magnificent trees means very tall, very huge trees, very tall trees. And these trees always or constantly means always or means all the time attracted the squirrels and many types, many species means different types of birds. The writer here says, a group of langur had even made their den in an aswatha tree nearby. A group of langur even made their den. You can see here the group of langurs, and they had even made their den. See, this is the den. Den means guha in Marathi we can say. And they made their den in a aswatha tree nearby. You can see an aswatha tree in this picture. In Marathi we call पिंपळाचं झाड. You must have even seen this tree in your surrounding also. They had all become a part and parcel of our existence and daily life. So, part and parcel means a very integral part of something which we can't separate it from. In Marathi we can say अविभाज्य घटक, and all these means squirrels, species of birds and animals like langur. These all become the part and parcel of the writer's life. लेखकाच्या जीवनाचे अविभाज्य घटक बनले होते. एक्झिस्टन्स मीन्स अ फॅक्ट ऑफ लिव्हिंग, म्हणजे त्यांच्या अस्तित्वाचा ते एक अविभाज्य घटक बनले होते. अँड बी ऑल्सो रायटर सेज देर आर the compound of luxurious green grass, colorful flower, the host of tall trees and magnificent trees, the seasonal vegetables in the kitchen gardens of the household. Kitchen garden means आपल्या फ्रंट यार्ड और बॅक यार्डमध्येच असणारं भाजीपाला आपण स्वतःसाठी लावलेला. आणि सो द रायटर से देर आर सीजनल व्हेजिटेबल्स. Seasonal vegetables in kitchen garden, in the backyard. Now we can turn over the second paragraph. A small incident on a Saturday afternoon left a profound effect on me and unfolded before my eyes a whole new dimension to the wonders of God's creation. It was a few days into the puja vacation. Just like for any other child, the holidays provided an opportunity for me to become engrossed in various magazines and storybooks published especially for children in the festive season. Look here, a small incident on a Saturday afternoon left a profound effect on me. Writer says profound effect means a very deep effect or intense effect on the writer and unfolded before the writer's eyes. Unfolded means reveal before his eyes, opened or cleared up before his eyes. त्याच्या समोरच एक प्रसंग घडला. What a whole new dimension. New dimensions mean new factor. A whole new dimension to the wonders of God's creation. It was a few days into the puja vacation. Just like we get holidays in Diwali, in West Bengal, Durga festival is celebrated in a large scale. And at that time of Navratri, the schools have holidays. And so the writer said it was a few days into the puja vacation. लेखकाला त्यांच्या शाळेला दुर्गा पूजेची सुट्टी होती. जस्ट लाईक आवर दिवाळी वॅकेशन, गणपती वॅकेशन आपल्याला जशी असते तशीच. इन वेस्ट बेंगाल दे सेलिब्रेटेड दुर्गा पूजा इन नवरात्री. अँड मीन्स दॅट पूजा वॅकेशन हॅड प्रोव्हाइडेड अन opportunity or a chance to the writer to become engrossed in various magazines and storybooks. Engrossed means fully occupied in or engaged in, busy in. लेखकाला एक सुंदर संधी चालून आली होती की सुट्टीमध्ये स्टोरी बुक्स, मॅगझिन्स, वेगवेगळी पुस्तकं वाचण्याची संधी आली होती. जस्ट लाईक एनी अदर किड्स, एनी अदर चिल्ड्रन. रायटर गॉट द चान्स टू फोकस इन व्हॅरियस मॅगझिन्स अँड स्टोरी बुक्स. मला वाटतं तुम्हाला पण पुस्तकं वाचायला आवडतात सुट्टीमध्ये. तशाच प्रकारची लेखकाला सुद्धा इट गॉट अ चान्स फॉर द रायटर to to engross in the storybooks and various types of magazines specially published in festive season. Means writer has a good habit of reading, and so he got engrossed in or he got busy in reading various magazines and storybook specially published for children in festive season or in the time of festival. Now look at the third paragraph. After a hearty lunch, my parents and my younger sisters lay down for an afternoon nap, and I settled down with a storybook. The quiet afternoon presented the perfect backdrop for reading an adventure story. The silence was occasionally broken by the sound of my family snoring, the intermittent chirping of house sparrow, the harsh cawing of a crow, the shrill call of a kite flying high above the ground. Minutes ticked by. I became deeply absorbed in the book. Now look, writer says after a hearty lunch. Hearty lunch means heavy lunch, wholesome or sufficient lunch. We call it bharpet jevan agdi. Hearty lunch. Look in the picture. After a hearty lunch, writer's parents and his younger sisters lay down for an afternoon nap. Here nap means a short sleep, especially during the daytime. We called it डुलकी. डुलकी घेत होते त्याचे पॅरेंट्स, आई बाबा आणि त्याच्या 2 छोट्या बहिणी. टू गेट इन टू a comfortable position, and the writer was settled down. Writer was in a comfortable position, sitting or lying. आरामात गोष्टीचं पुस्तक वाचत पडला होता. It was a quiet afternoon, presented the perfect backdrop for reading an adventure story. Backdrop means suitable background, a suitable atmosphere. अतिशय अनुकूल परिस्थिती होती निवांत अशी वाचनासाठी, लेखकासाठी. Means the writer said that as it was a quiet afternoon, all the family members were laid down for an afternoon nap. सगळी घरातील मंडळी थोडीशी डुलकी घेत पडली होती. It was a suitable atmosphere for the writer to read an adventure story. Adventure story means साहसिकता. Do you know the names of some adventure stories? Yes, can you name? Yes, Sindbad the Sailor, then Tom Sawyer, Gulliver's the Travel, Huckleberry Finn, Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. These are some adventurous stories. Means the writer was engrossed reading the adventure story. लेखक साहसी कथा वाचण्यामध्ये मग्न होता. It was a perfect background for reading the story books. But the silence was occasionally broken by the sound. The silence was occasionally broken by the sound of my family snoring. Snoring means harsh sound of breathing while sleeping. घोरणे, the intermittent chirping of house sparrows. Intermittent means frequent, irregular or not continuous. Means अधूनमधून चिमण्यांचा आवाज येत होता. Intermittent means not regular. Intermittent chirping of house sparrow. अधूनमधून चिमण्यांचा आवाज. The intermittent chirping of house sparrows and the harsh cawing of a crow. Look here. Chirping is the sound of sparrows made by sparrows, and the cawing is the sound of a crow. द श्रील कॉल ऑफ ए काइट. The shrill call of kite. Kite means a type of bird. We called in Marathi घार. घारीचा कर्कश आवाज. That kite flying high above the ground. आकाशामध्ये उंच उडणाऱ्या त्या घारीचा कर्कश आवाज. And in this way, the minutes ticked by. Minutes ticked by. वेळ निघून जात होता. I became deeply engrossed or absorbed in the book. Writer say, I have become deeply absorbed in the book. Here absorbed means engrossed. The writer was deeply absorbed, deeply engrossed in reading the adventurous story books. म्हणजे लेखक पुस्तक वाचण्यामध्ये पुरता गढून गेला होता. मध्ये मध्ये त्याला व्यत्यय कशाचा येत होता? The snoring of his family members, then the chopping of house sparrows, the harsh cawing of a crow, the shrill call of a kite. But he was deeply absorbed in the storybook. Now let's see the next paragraph. Suddenly, I heard a group of street dogs barking furiously in the distance. I chose to ignore the commotion, thinking that the pack of dogs might have cornered a helpless pig. But soon the barking became louder and more aggressive, and the alarmed cawing of a flock of crows added to the cacophony. I also heard the disturbance approaching closer. Curiosity got to the better of me. Leaving the book aside, I rushed to the veranda to see what was going on. So look here. As the writer was engrossed, he was absorbed in reading the book. He heard the barking of street dogs. Street dogs means dogs that live ऑन स्ट्रीट. म्हणजे भटकी कुत्री. भटक्या कुत्र्यांचा भुंकण्याचा आवाज त्याला यायला लागला. दे वर बार्किंग फ्युरियसली इन द डिस्टन्स. फ्युरियसली मीन्स इन अ एक्स्ट्रीमली अँग्री विथ. जोर जोरात अगदी रागाने ओरडत होते. दे वर बार्किंग फ्युरियसली इन द डिस्टन्स फार अवे फ्रॉम द रायटर्स होम. सो द रायटर डिसाइडेड. लेखकाने ठरवलं or to choose to ignore, not to pay any heed, or decided to neglect the commotion or great noise or that confusion. त्या गोंगाटाकडे, त्या आवाजाकडे, कुत्र्यांच्या भुंकण्याकडे त्यांनी दुर्लक्ष करायचा ठरवला. Director decided to choose to ignore that commotion. And the writer thought that, what did the writer thought? That the pack of dogs might have cornered a hapless pig. Means, or hapless pig, or an unfortunate pig. Look here, a pack of dogs is a collective noun. Just like we say bunch of keys, heap of apple, flock of birds. In this way, a pack of dogs, कुत्र्यांचा टोळकं म्हणूया, कुत्र्यांचं एक pack of dogs. Writer thought that the pack of dogs might have cornered a hapless pig. To corner means to corner somebody means to get them in a place, in a situation from which they cannot escape. एखाद्याची कोंडी करणे. त्या कुत्र्यांच्या गटाने किंवा कुत्र्यांच्या टोळक्याने एखाद्या हॅपलेस पिग्स, एखाद्या डुकराच्या पिल्लाला त्यांनी ची कोंडी केली असेल असं त्याला वाटलं. आणि ही थॉट दॅट द डॉग्स माइट हॅव कॉर्नर्ड अ हॅपलेस पिग. एखाद्या हॅपलेस म्हणजे बिचाऱ्या डुकराला कुत्र्याच्या टोळीने कुठेतरी अडवलं असेल आणि म्हणून ते ओरडत असतील असं त्याने ठरवलं. बट सून the barking became louder and more aggressive, and the alarmed cawing of a flock of crows added to the cacophony. But soon the barking became more and more louder and aggressive, vigorously energetic. Aggressive means त्वेषाने तो आवाज येत होता. And alarmed cawing of a flock of crows, fearful sound of crows, all that added to the cacophony. Cacophony means great commotion, loud or harsh noises, कर्कश गोंगाट, cacophony, the कर्कश आवाज, कोलाल, which we can't bear, की जो आपण सहन करू शकत नाही असा कर्कश आवाज. But soon that disturbance approaching closer. I also heard the disturbance approaching closer and closer. But soon that disturbance approaching closer means coming nearer and nearer. So the writers become very curious. Curiosity got the better of me. Though he was very much busy, very much engrossed in reading an adventurous story, his curiosity got the better of him. Means his curiosity overpowered him. त्याच्या क्युरिओसिटीने, जिज्ञासाने त्याच्यावर मात केली, त्याच्या वाचनाला मध्ये व्यत्यय आणला. अँड फायनली द रायटर kept the book aside. Leaving the book aside means kept the book aside. Writer rushed to the veranda to see what was going on. He rushed means hurriedly walked to the veranda to see what was going on, what the matter was. Now let's see the next paragraph. I glanced toward the roof of the clubhouse and saw something horrible. A big male langur, apparently the leader of its group, was holding a baby langur in his hands and mercilessly biting it all over with a definite intent to kill. The helpless mother of the baby and other lesser members of the langur group were scattered on the roofs of the buildings nearby, watching the baby being killed. I recalled the terrible custom in the animal clan according to which a dominant male usually does not allow another male baby or adult to survive within its group. When the writer came into the veranda, he glanced toward the roof. He glanced or hurried look toward the roof of the clubhouse. He saw something horrible, something shocking. What was the scene there? A big male langur, apparently the leader of its group. A big male langur. Apparently means वर पाहता, as far as one know, the leader of its group was holding the baby langur in his hands and mercilessly means very cruelly, without pity, निर्दयपणे अगदी, in a mercilessly manner biting the baby langur. It biting all over with a definite intent to kill. त्याला चावे घेत होता, संपूर्ण चावत होता त्याच्या बॉडीला. डेफिनेटली इंटेंट टू किल, अगदी ठार मारण्याच्या उद्देशाने. इंटेंडेड मीन्स इंटेन्शन्स, हॅव्हिंग माइंड. ही वॉन्टेड टू किल दॅट बेबी लंगूर. त्याला त्या छोट्या पिल्लाला ठार मारायचं होतं. अ डॉमिनंट मेल लंगूर वॉज इंटेंटेड टू किल हिम. ही वॉज the leader of its group. Apparently the leader of its group, त्याचा म्होरक्या असावा तो टोळीचा, आणि तो त्या छोट्या पिल्लाला निर्दयपणे चावत होता, चावे घेत होता, आणि डेफिनेटली इंटेंडेड टू किल द बेबी लंगूर. The mother langur, what was the helpless mother of the baby, and the mother of that baby langur was helpless. ती मात्र असहाय्य होती, काहीच करू शकत नव्हती. She could do nothing. All the other members of the langur group were scattered. Scattered means spread over. इकडे तिकडे बसले होते on the roofs of the building nearby. They were only watching the baby being killed. They can't do anything. Writer suddenly recalled, and then the writer suddenly recalled the terrible custom in the animal clan. Writer suddenly recalled means remember the terrible custom, the horrifying custom in the animal clan. Custom means tradition and widely accepted a way of behaving. म्हणजे रीतिरिवाज आपण म्हणतो किंवा रूढी. प्राण्यांमधील एक त्याला रूढ किंवा रीतिरिवाज त्याला आठवण झाली. In an animal clan. Clan means animal family. And what is the terrible custom in animal family? कुठली अशी ती रूढ किंवा परंपरा होती प्राण्यांमधली? According to that custom, the dominant male, the powerful or superior male usually does not allow another male baby or adult to survive within its group. म्हणजे ग्रुपमध्ये जो म्होरक्या किंवा सर्वात डॉमिनंट मेल असतो प्राण्यांचा, तो छोट्या नर पिल्लाला जिवंत राहायला देत नाही किंवा दुसऱ्या नराला जिवंत ठेवत नाही. ही रूढ जी लेखकाने ऐकली होती ती त्याला हे दृश्य बघितल्यावर आठवलं. आय रिकॉल द टेरिबल कस्टम. एक भयानक अशी ही प्राण्यांमधली रूढ किंवा रीत असते ती त्याने ऐकलेली होती, ती त्याला इथे आठवण आली. नाउ वी आर गोइंग टू सी द नेक्स्ट पॅराग्राफ. Without losing any time, I gathered a stout stick in one hand and hurled a piece of stone at the marauding langur. The langur was so infuriated that it hardly took any notice of my assault. But then I started throwing more stones. The dogs on their part raised their pitch of cry. Writer says, without losing any time. The writer shows a very presence of mind. वेळ न दवडता त्याने अतिशय प्रसंगावधान दाखवलं. What did he do? The writer gathered a stout stick. Stout means a heavy stick. एक चांगली काठी किंवा दांडा त्याने हातात घेतला. In one hand and hurled. Hurled means threw. Threw forcefully a piece of stone at the marauding langur. Marauding means attacking or in position of attacking. भक्ष्यासाठी धाड घालत फिरणारा. तो भक्ष्यासाठी धाड घालत फिरणाऱ्या त्या भयंकर नर लंगूरवर त्याने दगड फेकून मारला. But the male langur was so infuriated. Infuriated means extremely angry that it hardly took any notice, hardly paid any attention to the assault. Assault means attack made by the writer. लेखकाच्या त्याने केलेल्या हल्ल्याकडे त्या मेल लंगूरचं लक्षच राहिलं नाही. लक्षच नव्हता because male langur was so infuriated, extremely angry that it hardly took any attention, hardly took any notice to the assault or attack made by the writer. The langur neglected any assault or attack made by the writer. But the writer did not stop. The writer did not stop. What did he do? He started throwing more and more stone. And dogs also raise their voice, raise their pitch of cry. Pitch means volume. कुत्र्याने सुद्धा जोर जोरात आवाज सुरू केला. And now we are going to learn over the next paragraph. The changed circumstances and the sudden unexpected attack from unknown quarters forced the langur to drop the baby from the sloping roof or the veranda. The baby was listless and appeared to be dead. As its body started to slide down, the excitement of the pack of dogs grew manifold at the prospect of a good kill and mill. Keeping the dogs at bay with the stick, I managed to catch hold of the baby langur's tail just as it tipped over the edge of the tiled roof. The baby appeared inert and lifeless. It was indeed a male baby. Look here. Suddenly, the circumstances means the situation changed, and due to the unexpected attack from the unknown quarters means अनपेक्षित झालेला हल्ला त्या लंगूरवर. Who made the attack or assault? By the writer. The langur had to drop the baby langur from the sloping roof or the veranda. त्या मेल लंगूरने छोट्या त्या बेबी लंगूरला त्या उतरत्या छपरावरून सोडून दिलं. The and baby from the sloping roof over the veranda. The condition of the baby was very critical, very serious. It was listless. Listless means without any energy. It appeared to be dead. अतिशय लंगूर खाली घसरत जे पडलं होतं ते अगदी मूर्छित होऊन डेड अगदी असल्यासारखं मेल्यासारखं होतं. ॲज इट्स बॉडी वॉज स्टार्टेड टू स्लाइड डाऊन मूव्हिंग डाऊनवर्ड्स. आणि त्याने सोडल्यानंतर ते घरंगळत खाली येत होतं. ते छोटं लंगूर खाली घसरत आले. ॲज बेबी लंगूर्स बॉडी baby langur's body was started slide down, moving downward. Excitement of the pack of dogs grew manifold. Means more and more the dogs became more and more excited at the prospect of a good kill and mill. Prospect of a good kill and mill. त्यांना एक आपल्याला आयती शिकार मिळणार म्हणून ते सर्व डॉग्स अधिकच उत्तेजित होऊन उत्सुक होऊन ओरडायला लागले. डॉग्स were excited at the prospect of the mill, but the writer kept the dog at bay with the stick. Means the writer kept the dogs out of way with the stick. पण लेखकाने त्या कुत्र्यांना त्याच्या हातातील काठीने त्यांना मार्गातून बाहेर काढले. In this way, the writer managed to take hold of the baby langur's tail just as it tipped over the edge of the tiled roof or the edge of the tiled roof. The writer became successful, managed to catch the baby langur's tail before it fell down from the tiled roof. त्या छपरावरून घराच्या छपरावरून पडायच्या आत पटकन लेखकाने त्या बेबी लंगूरची शेपूट पकडली. He managed to catch the baby langur's tail. And what was the condition of the baby langur? The baby appeared inert and lifeless. Inert means powerless. शक्तिहीन होतं. And lifeless. निष्प्राण झाल्यासारखं पडलं होतं. रायटर saw surely it was a male baby. The baby appeared inert and lifeless. It was indeed, surely a male baby. लेखकाच्या लक्षात आले ते खरोखरच नर पिल्लू होतं. In this paragraph, we have seen that the writer became succeeded to restrain the big langur from killing the baby langur. Restrain means थोपवणे त्या नरभक्षक मेल लंगूरला थोपवण्यामध्ये तो यशस्वी झाला. टू रिस्ट्रेन द बेबी लंगूर, व्हॉट डीड द रायटर डू? काय केलं लेखकाने सगळं त्याला थोपवण्यासाठी, त्या भयानक अशा मेल लंगूरला थोपवण्यासाठी लेखकाने काय केलं? ओके, when the writer was realized that the big langur was about to intended to kill the baby langur, writer gathered a big and strong stick in one hand and threw a piece of stone at the attacking langur. The big langur did not take notice of his attack, so he started throwing more and more stone at it. In this way, the writer restrained, लेखकाने थोपवलं, the big langur from killing the baby langur. Now, we are going to turn over the next paragraph. By this time, my parents and sisters had come out onto the veranda and were witnessing my rescue operation. Some of our neighbors had also gathered in the distance. Look here. By now, the writer's parents, his father and mother, and sisters had come out on the veranda and were watching the rescue operation. ते बचाव कार्य पाहत होते. Means rescue means an act of saving someone from danger. लेखक जे बचाव कार्य करत होते, त्याने वाचवण्याचं काम जे केलं होतं ते पाहत होते. Look here the images of the rescue operation. Rescue operation at the time of earthquake, drawing the flood, cyclone. अशा वेळी जेव्हा रेस्क्यू ऑपरेशन आपण हा शब्द ऐकतो म्हणजे बचाव कार्य. अँड नाऊ हिअर इन दिस लेसन व्हॉट वॉज द रेस्क्यू ऑपरेशन गोइंग ऑन? इथे रेस्क्यू ऑपरेशन कुठलं आहे? द रायटर वॉज सेव्हिंग द लाईफ ऑफ बेबी लंगो. अँड सेम सम ऑफ द रायटर्स neighbors had also gathered or they came together in the distance, means far away, and they were also watching the rescue operation. त्याचे शेजारी, लेखकाचे शेजारी सुद्धा दूर अंतरावर गोळा झाले होते. It was the rescue operation done by the writer. So dear student, we have divided this lesson into two parts. We have already now discussed its first part. The second parts, I will soon come to the remaining part of this lesson. That is the second part of this lesson. Goodbye.